First play, wants to pass it. He'll get this out wide to Ekeler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 11 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Now here's the 6-year man, Austin Ekeler. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. This defense for the Chiefs, terrific last week in the season-opening victory.
And I don't know what the actual percentages are, and I don't know the analytics when you create 5 turnovers or takeaways in a game. But coaches always say, when you create a number that high, your chances of winning probably up over 98%. I haven't seen that number quantified, but I believe him.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put it in for a playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for?
What's that?
Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
On 2nd down, Ekeler. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Herbert on 3rd down now. Well, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down. He was waving his arms, won the football, but he dropped it. And that reminds me of a story you told me from your days at Tennessee. We don't need to mention the other guy's name, but when he dropped an open pass that you blew coverage on, what did you say to him?
Yeah, it's really not right since I blew coverage, but since he dropped the pass, I said, well, maybe next time he'll just walk it out here and hand it to you. Would that be easier? He wasn't real through.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. Well, they're sending out an early memo that points are not going to be easy to come by in this one. A block here in the opening quarter, and what a block it was.
I love how you talked about sending out a memo. I know of one special teams coach who leaves a note in the lockers of guys he wants on his special teams. A direct invitation to them. He wants them to have the pride in what they're doing. This group showed it right there. A big effect on this game.
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw here complete to Kelsey. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line. To throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Dancing to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley, and his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And they were winners in the season opener Sunday. Now they get the quick turnaround game here on Thursday night. But, CD, you say this is an ideal setup for them. Why?
Well, it's just the way the schedule lines up because everyone's got to play a Thursday game, and that's because of competitive balance. So, let's face it, would you rather play week 2 when you're still relatively fresh and excited about the season? Or week 15 when you've had a season's worth of bumps and bruises to factor in, and who knows what your record might be at that time as well.
Here's a quick throw caught by Allen. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and that will bring up 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Now that's a mountain of a man to just make that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater. He just made a great play there.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Flushed out right. Short pass tip, but caught anyway. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Hey, during the course of any game, you'll see tip passes. But how often do we actually see the running back come up and end up making the play?
Well, shifty fella getting in there and grabbing it.
Yeah, you know, they always talk about how running backs have a nose for the end zone. They have a nose for the ball, too. They want it in their hands at all times.
They'll bring one of the tight ends in motion left. Running on 1st down, Eckler. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Herbert now. Looking Austin Eckler's way again. And he'll be brought down with a 1st down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 16. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another 1st. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Herbert operating from the red zone. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The 1st down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that one was well read defensively. And this is all about diagnosis as a safety and being decisive because he saw it setting up in front of him, able to knife through there and make the play.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second and 5. Herbert will give this one to Eckler. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 42 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out.
And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Austin Eckler with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Kadarius Toney going to elect to bring this one out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others, where they think they have an advantage. Dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Chiefs at 1-0 on the year following the win in Week 1, and they were able to get that road victory in the opener, and now they look to get to 2-0 in front of the home crowd.
And look, any road win in the NFL, that's huge. But when you do it Week 1, that gets you pointed in the right direction and sends notice to the rest of the league that you mean business.
Second down, McKinnon. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Khalil Mack able to get him down for a loss of 11. And it brings up 4th down. On is the punter Townsend as he gets this one away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Herbert. Eluding the pressure right. And this is going to be incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
On is the punter Scott here as he gets this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line.
Absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Early on, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the second half. But right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum built. Get a 1st down, pick it up, and keep moving.
Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down.
15. 15.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. A hole to dig out of here. 2nd and 17. Throwing now is Mahomes. To the sideline, and that is a heck of a catch as he was able to get both feet in. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. In motion, the tight end, Kelsey.
Let's get it. Let's go.
Now Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. And Mahomes finding his burner, Hardman, for the KC first.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target. On 1st down, Mahomes. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Under pressure, and they got to him again. Khalil Mack able to get in there yet again. That's already 3 sacks for him here in this first half of football. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. On the return, Carter. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. A terrific return there. 27 yards all told. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Charger drive about to get going. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Juan Thornhill. And the Chiefs are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football a little bit faster. People steal signals. Maybe sometimes they can figure out what the quarterback's doing just by his movements. Mahomes now on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the ground. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. This will be from 56 yards out.
And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. It'll be the Chiefs football to begin quarter number 3, and they trail here as we are back underway now on EA Sports. And no run back here as the third quarter will commence with a touchback. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either, so certainly something has to change. In quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now, they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
The goal is certainly to try and make a big play happen and climb back into this game, but you have to be careful. If you overdo it, you could turn it over and hurt your team.
So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
43! 43!
Mahomes now to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chiefs will take over possession here up at the 44. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Past the 20. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. Well, I mean, you get it. They're trying to make something happen here in this third quarter, CD, but I don't think a pick six is exactly what they had in mind.
No, not at all, because this offense, they've been stuck all game long. Haven't dented the scoreboard yet, and they're kind of forced to take a few chances here, and that one, it backfired in a big way.
Point after, right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily what you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
Hey, Ridley.
Now here's Mahomes. Looking for Tony on the out route, and he's got him. 7 yards there and a first down. Mahomes going to throw. And he's going to be intercepted for the third time thus far. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get it back here just past the 35. So an opening drive interception to begin this second half.
And just think about the time you spent in the locker room going over what you expected to do in the second half. Not the way they saw it, not the way they drew it up. You find out this is something that you can't just edit, right? There's no rewrite here. This is live, and now they've got to find a way out of this hole.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Here's Herbert. He'll drop this one off to Eckler. So just 3 yards on the completion there. 3rd and 7 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Herbert. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll punt it away for the second time. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. They'll set up to throw. That's caught left side by Hardman. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Well, sometimes it's hard to take your eyes off this guy at the linebacker position. He can really cover some ground, and he did there to make that play.
Yeah, this defense as a whole has really been flying to the football all game long. They have not allowed too much of anything, and here's another example. A great play there to get in and disrupt it before it could get going.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. Work to do here to avoid falling to 1-1, but this is 1st and 10 right now. Mahomes throw into the hands here of Hardman. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 44-yard line. Now it's Mahomes again. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A dump down to McKinnon. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. It'll go as a gain of 4. And it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the 29, Mahomes. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Throwing the out route here, and it's complete to Kelsey. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. We're back now in KC. It's the Chiefs with a football, but with work to do on the scoreboard. They trail as we start quarter number 4.
Yellow.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Brings up 3rd and 57 color. Yellow. Yellow.
Mahomes to throw once more. Looking underneath, and he finds McKinnon. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
In a two-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Mahomes. And it's caught. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
On gain of 9, brings up 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there.
It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just...
Touchdown! Travis Kelce, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Chiefs go nearly the length of the field and finish it off with 6 points. Extra point by Butker is on target.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Herbert's throw into the hands of his receiver, Guyton.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
8 yards.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. It was Frank Clark that time who got in there to bring him down. Here's J.K. Scott now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away.
Here comes Tony on the return.
That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive.
And it feels like the momentum has shifted. They scored, then their defense forces that last punt, and now a chance to tie the game on this possession.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Buying time to his left. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's Tony. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 37. Throwing now is Mahomes. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And they'll work this down inside the 30. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. Toward the back corner of the end zone, but he could not get the feet down. This will wind up incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
Hey, 43, 16.
Now Mahomes got to have this one. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a first down. Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on 2nd and goal. Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Nice solid game there, partner, but the clock is starting to become his enemy.
Absolutely. Every second right now, more and more precious as it ticks. They'll try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And with time a factor here late. He'll just take a knee, and they'll start things out at the 25.
The Charger drive about to get going. Well, partner, here it is. They've got the chance to win the game. You'd have to think they need to get it near the opposite 40 to have a chance to kick a game-winning field goal. We'll see what they can do.
And you're right about that, because if we look at it in macro, that's what it looks like. But I think in micro, the head coach has already asked the special teams coach, what is he feeling? What does he think? What does he want the football? What's the yard line we have to get? And he's already relayed that to his quarterback and his offense. They know what the goal is. Now the key, can they get there?
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing, Herbert.
He finds his target, Allen.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Up the middle with Eckler. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in this football game.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Once more, here's Eckler. And not able to break away this time, as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. Now leaving with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And everybody thinking about the possible field goal on 4th. It would be 58 yards from here. On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And the sideline celebrates as they have taken the lead in the final minute. So a good kick that time, and that might help to get the negative thoughts out of the mind from that earlier block.
Especially since this was not a chippy, so he had to get that one out kind of low. But his line does a nice job of protecting. He's able to convert for 3.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
The end result, 21 yards.
Well, how about keeping your head about you in this situation? No more timeouts. Finds a way to get out of bounds. Now they can breathe a little bit as they contemplate what to do on the next down.
Completes it to Hardman.
And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good.